If she doesn't respect you, then somewhere along the line you must have fucked up. When you tolerate disrespect, she loses her respect for you and she's gonna do it again because now she doesn't have any respect for you anymore. That's why the first time you tolerate it or you just let it slip by, it's not a big deal. That's why the next time it happens even worse, and it happens more often, and it happens more and more. Whenever your girl disrespects you, whenever you tell her, you ask her, who is that guy? And she says, it's nobody. Right? Oh, it's just a friend. That's this plainly disrespect. And you should say, stop speaking to him. And if she doesn't want to stop speaking to him, that's where you either gain her respect or lose her respect by leaving or staying with her. If you stay with her, you lose her respect and she's gonna cheat on you in a couple of months, probably. Or maybe a couple of weeks, to be honest. And if you leave, you will gain her respect, and maybe she will stop speaking to him and try to get you back, or maybe she won't and she's gonna be an ex, but an ex that respects you. Okay, and that's very important. I want you to understand that it's important to have even your ex respect you. And you might ask, why? I'm never gonna be with him again. That's true, but then you see like the situations like the Tate brothers, right? They're accused of human trafficking and of raping and of all of these things. But their exes respect them, and there hasn't been a single woman that's come out and accused them of a crime. This is why it's so important. If you want to be a successful man, if you have an ex that hates you or that doesn't respect you and that you did her wrong and you didn't even ever apologize to her, this will come back to bite you in a couple of years when you're successful. She will do a rape charge, she will do a whatever, accuse you of something to get some money out of you because she doesn't respect you at all. So be careful with your exes. This is just a side point. But the main reason why women don't respect you is because they don't have a reason to. Sometimes you don't give them a reason to. So maybe you don't work on your goals hard enough. Maybe you're available every single time and you call with her for 6 hours upon end. You know, and those girls that say that I want to call every single night with you for hours and call until 3 a.m. and fall asleep on the phone. She likes that, but then she puts you kind of in a friend zone. Even if you're in a relationship, then she stops having sex with you so much. Then she doesn't really show you off to her friends, etc. Because she sees that this guy has 8 hours to waste to call with me and chit chat with me and pillow talk with me all night. You see, they kind of lose respect there. It's kind of like a friend now. They can do that with a girlfriend. A boyfriend should never be a boyfriend. He should be a lover. If you read any historic romantic books, the knight or the king with his queen, they had a completely different dynamic. I would highly advise you to read books about Napoleon and his wife and Alexander the Great and how he handled his relationships with women. Those were actually amazing books. Or maybe you're not in shape, right? Like nobody really respects a fat chubby kid or skinny twig, okay? So if you don't have a six pack, if you don't have some muscle, if you can't fight or aren't even strong, that woman doesn't really respect you, right? In bed, she wants to be dominated, not fucking humped by a fucking 120 kilo fat ass or a 60 kilo fucking twig, okay? So you need to be in shape for your woman to respect you, because we as humans are very visual creatures. What we see is very important to us. You can say it's all about personality, but a girl will always care about a man's looks. I have an actually story with my ex when we broke up, right? And we were still like kind of friends with benefits, whatever. I was already seeing some other girl, and I told her that like as soon as you start seeing someone else, we end the friendship, right? Because I don't really trust women, and they sleep with guys, and they don't use condoms and all of that. And it's like women are very irresponsible with their bodies for some reason. They don't seem to care as much as men do. And even a lot of guys, that's why I don't trust other dudes. So it's like, that's why I wanted to end it as soon as she starts sleeping with someone else. Anyways, she met this one guy, and he was kind of fat. He was balding. This guy was like, his beard was bushy. He was 22, I believe. She was 18. And she loved his personality. I was like, really? You had me as your ex-boyfriend, but then you see this guy? What the fuck? Really? I never expected out of you. Weird. She said, it's only all about the personality. It's not about the looks. And I was like, Okay, so you fucking him? Oh no 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 no. I don't, not yet. We're just friends. And I'm like, okay. Then he invited her to her home for the weekend, to his home for the weekend, and then she told me, and I was like, well, choose. Like if you wanna go see him, okay, but we can stop seeing each other, and you can start seeing him. And she was like, you know what? I want to do it one last time with you before I or building something with him. So she went for the weekend. We had fun, and then after that, no contact anymore. Right. The next weekend, she wanted to come again to my crib, and I was like, weren't you supposed to come to his place this weekend? Oh no, we went for coffee on Wednesday and told him that I have plans with my family for the weekend, but really I just want to come see you. And I was like, I laughed, right? I laughed because I knew that this guy was being put in the friend zone. She didn't want to fuck him. She only wanted to use him for his good personality, because this guy, by the way, he was the type of guy that was calling her every night, texting her all the time. Dude, this guy was obsessed with her. He put her in her bio when they were just friends, which is fucking crazy. That is like the perfect example of when a woman doesn't respect the guy because he's fat. He lost her respect by fucking chasing her too much. And two people cannot chase at the same time. One person needs to be chasing. And genuinely put himself below her. That's why she came to see me, who she's already broken up with, who I've already been cheating on her. But she still come to see me. Because a woman doesn't have to like you. She has to only respect you. Remember that always. Respect is way more important than love, in my opinion. Maybe you're not in shape, maybe you're not masculine, whatever. But also, what I've just mentioned is she lost her respect. Obviously, by chasing, that's like one thing. But another thing is, in a relationship, when you don't hold frame in the relationship, that's oftentimes when you're gonna lose a woman's respect. Now, I've made tons of videos on how to hold frame in the relationship correctly, but I'm just gonna give an example. You go for a dinner date with your girlfriend, and she says like she doesn't really like your shoes, put on those ones. And you said, okay, and you change your shoes for her. You didn't hold frame. It's like a mother and son dynamic. You change how you dress for her. You change the music that you play in the car for her. You change everything about yourself for her. And she doesn't want that. She wants a man that's certain about himself. So you didn't hold frame. You change your clothing, even though you like it, but she doesn't like it, so you change it just because she doesn't like it. That's just like so strange. So it's like a very feminine behavior. Now, another thing is when you act out of scarcity. When you act out of scarcity means that you don't have any other women that are interested in you. And this is the only one. So you're going to tolerate anything from her. When she talks to other men and you mind that, you don't want a girlfriend that talks to other men, but you're not going to leave her and you're going to forgive her or whatever, or forgive her for cheating or whatever. These things are out of scarcity. You settle for a girl that isn't your dream girl because you're in scarcity, you're not in abundance, and you tolerate everything for her. This is when a woman loses respect for you. When she wants you to give her orders, when she wants to have hard lines they're never going to cross. A girl will respect you more if you break up with her after she cheats than when you forgive her. She will respect you. If she cheats on you and you forgive her, she's gonna do it again. Another thing when women lose respect for you is when you lie, when you genuinely lie to them, when guys want to have multiple girls in a relationship, but they don't tell her, and they lie to her, say that they're loyal, and then they cheat on her. That's lying, that's cowardice. Again, out of scarcity, they're afraid that she's gonna leave, so he wants some reliable pussy. He wants to have her as his main girlfriend. So he's afraid that she's gonna leave if he tells her that she wants multiple women. So he's gonna pretend to be loyal just so she stays, but then do something on the side, right? Without her knowing about it. He lied and he acted out of scarcity. He lost her respect in two places. And that's why she left. Don't lie to women. The reason why it's so important is because you're not afraid of her opinion. Okay? If she's gonna leave, you're okay with that. You have no cards to deal when you're afraid of her leaving. Then you're gonna tolerate everything. If you don't care if she leaves or stays, then you can finally be your truest self. Another situation where women don't really respect men is no ambition. When they don't, we're not ambitious enough. You're stuck in 9 to 5, and then you come home from work, and then you play video games all day, right? That's no ambition. That's like you settled already, and women don't want you to settle. They want you to strive for something bigger. If she sees you even fucking reselling shoes or whatever, or recording YouTube videos, or she likes that. She likes that because she sees that you want something more. If you're working on something that's yours, she loves that. And mother and son dynamic. This is the last thing. I've already mentioned this, but there's only 2 dynamics in a relationship: father and son, and mother and daughter. And then there's just pure platonic friendship, right? And that's when they don't fuck in the relationship. They don't have a leader in the relationship. They're just like friends, but they're in a relationship, and it's just weird. They're just like pretty much fuck buddies, kind of. Like mother and son dynamic is when she takes charge, she takes the lead, she makes the big decisions in the relationship. She tells you how to dress, she tells you everything. You can't make your own decisions. Father and daughter dynamic is when you tell her what to do. That's when a woman will crave sex 4 times, 5 times, 6 times a day. That's when a woman will show you off to her friends. That's when a woman will constantly be bombarding you nonstop, wanting your attention. And be a masculine man. Okay, there's no such thing as toxic masculinity. I've explained that in the video, Can You Beat the Masculine, on the main channel. And if you want to, you can watch that. You don't understand my point when I said like there cannot be toxic masculinity. It doesn't exist. As a whole, after you lose it, after you lose her respect, there's no gaining it back. Like maybe there is the odd situation where you separate for a long time, you go no contact, and you become a completely new man. That's when she might gain respect for you back, because she sees that you're a different person, right? She doesn't respect the old version of you, but she respects this version of you. That's maybe a way, but why would you care? After you become the new man, you now have options. You now have abundance of women. Why would you go back to your ex? And I want to end it in this last note is, don't blame her for not respecting you. It's your responsibility. I'm going to repeat this. It's your responsibility as a man for people to respect you. Do not blame people for not respecting you. It's absolutely and 100% utterly your responsibility for people to respect you. So become a respectable man. That's like my advice. Become a respectable man. It's your responsibility for your parents to respect you, for your woman to respect you, for your friends, for your brother to respect you. Become a respectable man. That's truly what I want you to take out of this video. With this in mind, may God bless you. I'll see you on the next one.